Hi, we're Paul Davis.
And this time we're flooding his house.
Hi, my name's Pete here and I'm from Paul Davis. This week we're flooding my home so that we can show how we can dry in place.
Dry first is one of the approaches that we have. We recognize the value in it. We've determined that when it's the right job, that this is a really great way to go forward. It's part of who we are, and we always want to be making the best decision when we're approaching a loss. Drying in place and drying first often can be that right decision.
My name is Sam Diath. I am the president of Benefect Corporation. We make a botanical disinfectant used in the restoration industry. And we have been proud to work alongside Paul Davis Systems for many years now, in particular with Pete and his team for over 15 years. I think that the decision of Pete and his team at Paul Davis to flood Pete's house is a fantastic demonstration of their capabilities. I think it's an evolution in the industry that needs to happen. I think the mentality of just discard it and replace it is wasteful, unnecessarily wasteful. It does hinge on the restoration contractor having the competence in water restoration to be able to do it properly. Paul Davis is a perfect example of a company that has that confidence to do that.
Water is disruptive. Having people in your home is disruptive. I find that drying in place is the only way to limit that disruptiveness. We flooded Pete's house. We did that because we believe in being able to dry in place.
So 24 hours ago we were flooding the basement. Now we're walking around here with socks.
So the advantages of drying in place include the obvious advantages of saving building materials so that they don't need to be disposed of, and saving the cost of replacing those building materials. But also, quite often we're able to restore the use of the building for the homeowner or for the business owner in a much shorter period of time to allow them to return to the normal use of that room, whether it's their living room, their kitchen. Drying in place in a commercial building is a huge advantage to that business owner and allowing them to get back to business.
We're able to use the infrared to see the moisture still in the carpet, where you can see where the dark section's still wet. As we go over towards the walls, we still have about 3 feet off the walls are wet. Drying in place is an option that can return your home back in a week or 2 weeks versus a month or 2 months of construction. So if everything that got wet in this video, we would have cut out. And years ago, carpet automatically removed when it gets wet. Drywall when it gets wet gets removed. And now you can see we're 1 day in and we've already got most of the basement dry.
I first thought he was joking, but then I realized he wasn't, and I was really okay with it. I can only imagine hearing the stories that he tells me of the floods that they go to, how heartbreaking it is for people because they don't expect it. They don't get 3 weeks notice that they're going to have a flood. Things are damaged, things are lost, so it's very traumatic for other people. For me, you know, I knew that they would take care of it. I knew they'd be able to dry everything and save everything, and life will be back to normal in a few days.
It's hard to imagine, but 2 days ago, we were pouring those large drums of water down this staircase, and it's dry. We did a great job extracting the carpet. As you can see, I'm walking, and the carpet's now dry. So why don't we go downstairs and check out the rest of the basement and see if it's all dry. So here we are on Saturday. It's a full 48 hours after we did the flooding, and the basement's livable again. Really pleased with the way things went. The deep extraction did a great job and allowed us really to get things back. We had great air movement, we had the great extraction, we had good dehumidification, and we had some great heat. All those elements that were able to come together in the right way to allow us to get this basement back. There is some work to be done, there's some cleanup, but the basement's livable now.
This is who we are. This is what we've always done. This is what we'll continue to do.